I think another thing that makes NOAA particularly special is the investments they make in our youth through the NOAA Youth Corps. I've had involvement with them, back even when I was a youngster in East Boston. And what I could say is, we're always, in order to have long-term success in the community, we constantly have to foster the next generation of leadership. And that can be done in a whole host of ways. And NOAA does that through environmental justice and advocacy by identifying young people in East Boston who care about our community, who realize the inequities, who realize the problems that we face. And by investing in them, by bringing them into the NOAA family, by finding ways to pay them so they can remain part of that NOAA family, right? And in turn, we get the benefit from the work of those young people, not only directly through the work that they do with NOAA, but also indirectly because the investments we make in those young people today will pay dividends for us in the future when they become the community leaders that we need to step up and take those leadership roles to make sure that East Boston has great success and is protected and resilient for decades to come.
By engaging our youth and making sure that our future are becoming environmental stewards from day one, whether it's through the way that they have their tree canopy study and looking at and exposing how exposed we were as a community, to whether it was regular cleanups or just in general learning about the environmental impacts of airport, of development, of traffic in our community, and really making sure that the community not only knows about those impacts, but feels empowered to do something about them.
We've had a environmental youth program now for give or take 15 years or more, originally funded by the Barr Foundation. We want to give them some credit for this. But we've carried that forward. So we do about 8 or 12 or 15 people every year, depending on funding. These are the most terrific young people in the world. They go out to the neighborhood and speak to neighborhood associations as I wouldn't have been able to do as a young adult, but if they're developed with their program, as Manlio and particularly Melinda develop these younger men and women from the neighborhood and young who are in school, they know what they want actually. They develop these terrific skills about public speaking, about knowledge about the climate, about the environment, about their own lives. They gain a real presence in the neighborhood. We've received many compliments from the neighborhood associations in the neighborhood with who we want to continue to work with, by the way. So we want to thank everybody from Jeffries Point to Orient Heights, let's put it that way. When you're able to express yourself and gain your own voice, people will listen. Government has to listen. So it's in everybody's interest to have younger people and other people of other ages be able to speak their own values, and not just people to power, but with power to make changes happen that they want to see or you want to see in your own neighborhood.
When I share my story of NOAA, it's incredible when I think of, the impact that NOAA has created in my life. I started at NOAA at the age of 19 doing environmental justice work as an organizer, and I come from youth organizing. It's so important for our youth to have a voice and be part of decision-making processes and just part of the community. A lot of people say the youth are the future, and what we say is the youth are the now and the future. It's our job as adults to create spaces where they can feel comfortable, to hold us accountable when needed, but create, positive change for their own community. If we don't know how to pass that torch and, give them that space, then we're doing a disservice to our future. I want to share a story of a woman that is, works with us. And I remember when she first started, she was a student in our ESOL classes, knew very little English, to now being one of our star climate delegates to talk about, technical climate justice stuff, about flood prevention, and really being, I would say, a voice for the Latino community. Everyone, regardless of their race, income, and culture and language, we're all working together for a better East Boston. And that right there just defines what NOAA is.
Hi, my name is Carolina. I'm the senior youth organizer. Most of the time I'm helping out Melinda whenever she needs it. I know it's mostly more like a program more than a job, but you have the benefits of it being a job. So it's mostly about like youth empowerment, but like youth empowerment, putting it into the community so we can help out other youth out there, help out families that don't have the same things that we have or are in a lower place that we are at the moment, and bring them up with us. It's not more about the learning and the empowerment anymore. It's more about getting our community to a stable place. So now with COVID, it's just trying to feed, clothe, and give out Christmas toys like we did at the collaborative for families that don't really have what they need at the moment. I especially want to shout out Melinda because she's on top of us and she's the reason that we know everything that we know. I also want to give a thank you and shout out to Melinda's mom, Gladys Vegas, because she is in charge of the Chelsea Collaborative and she takes a lot of time out of her day to make sure that Chelsea's under control and that everybody there is fine. And she also does that for us as well. She's always taking care of us when she doesn't have to. I can see Marmio getting this reward for a lot of reasons. He's usually the main go-to person when something happens. Even when you tell him that something's going on, he'll be like, I got it. And like the next day, everything's like under control for everyone to keep their mask on, for everyone to stay home if they can, and to not go out just because they want to.
My name is Marilyn and I work with Noah. I'm a youth organizer. To me, Noah is kind of like empowering youth. Like, to us, it's giving the youth more power to help out their community. This difficult year, Noah has helped out a lot with the food drives, working with the Chelsea Collaborative. We also did some tree watering during the summer, the census too, helping people out in case like that have filled it in or haven't. I mean, East Boston is mainly like full of minorities, so it's a good thing that we're here to help them out. Mamio, I'm gonna give him a thank you because this year he did a food drive also with giving out a few things during the pandemic. I remember during the summer. And also shout out to everybody who's been supporting us and being with us this whole time. I just want to say that everybody should stay safe and keep their mask on because this pandemic has become too much.
Hi, my name is Misael. I am part of the NOAA Youth Crew. And what we do, usually we work on environmental injustice, and sometimes we'll bring the community together and have events with the community so we can all like come together and kind of just later on network through that. I feel like us working with the Chelsea Collaborative and giving food out to other people that needed the food, and also like wrapping up presents and giving it out for the kids that didn't have it this year, and just overall helping the families that really needed help this year. What we're looking to do forward in 2021 is get back to what we were doing last year, usually like doing kayaking and watering the trees, and also bringing the community again together. I want to say thank you to everybody for helping NOAA and being a part of NOAA, and also for everybody to please put your mask on and stay safe.
Hi, I'm Cleanie. I'm a NOAA youth, and this year with COVID, we worked at the Chelsea Collaborative, and we really worked on providing food to needing families over the pandemic. That was really important because I think we gave over 200 boxes a day, at least whenever I worked there, and really seeing how much families line up and really wait outside even in this cold was like, it just meant a lot, knowing how much we can give back to the community. I just want to thank everyone in general, because I feel like we've gotten a lot of support, whether that's through social media or in person. I feel like we've really felt the positives of being in a strong knit community.
My name is Gabriel Roman. I work for NOAA. And NOAA, what we do at NOAA is that we just try to help out the community in any way that we can. Either if it's like by like serving food to people that need it, or if it's like in the summer, like watering trees. It's very simple. We try to clean up, try to do what we can. I would describe NOAA as an organization, again, that likes to help out the community, right? And we just try to like whoever needs us, we'll help out any way we can. Thank you everybody for helping us and supporting us and allowing us to help you guys. Keep your mask on and stay safe. Thank you guys.